stuff.
It's not buzzing, so that's a start.
Good. We'll leave it alone then.
This is how we're going to do the intro today. Hello and welcome to the TheBinPodcast. My name is...
Oh God, it looks like you're bearing down on someone. About to do something bad.
Not pretty.
Just whispers that in people's ears when they're not paying attention.
I always do that. That's why I have so many restraining orders.
That's why you got so many lawyers and doctors around you, man. You're
You gotta keep them close.
Where is our lawyer? We should probably check in with a lawyer once a week.
We really
Are we sued?
Have we offended enough people yet?
Are we live?
Yeah, get on your
Yes, we
sharing.
are.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bish.
Where's the music?
It is playing.
You just can't hear
No?
Should be. Playing on my side.
Are we live?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, and we have... Oh, I'll talk about that after the intros.
Why can't I hear anything?
It's probably
You have
connected to your
ears.
AirPods or something. All right, here we go. Shui, swa, swoon.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the TheBinPodcast. My name is Shartan. I am today joined, as always, by Mikey Famine,
Yo.
Brenna Duncan, and Cortez Branch sitting somewhere in the US, and of course, Wayne Maker, a failed Idris Elba impersonator and former vocal harmonist who lives in an undisclosed location somewhere in the UK. Or is he?
Our guys are our guys.
Bum, bum.
How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Are you doing all right? And of course, what are you drinking? Let's start with
I'll go first.
Wayne Maker.
I'll go first. I'll go
you
first.
Oh, Mikey.
Wow.
Mikey.
I'm gonna usurp.
Volunteer.
Yeah. I'm doing fine. I washed my hair this morning and took a nap while it was deep conditioning. And that's why we're late. And I'm sorry, everybody, because I didn't have enough time to get everything set up. I am drinking some Jameson cold brew after my nap. So this is like the second morning. So I need a little bit stronger coffee. And I feel great. Oh, and I hope you guys enjoy the new theme music. I put a couple of examples for the team to vote on. Wayne was the only one that voted. So Wayne wins. Enjoy the new...
All right. Thanks, guys, for listening to the podcast. We will no longer be doing this because Mikey is bitter.
Wow, creative differences.
What am I bitter
Wow.
about? I'm just saying. I was like, hey, guys, come on, give me some input. And then it was like, cricket. And then like day 6 of 7, Wayne says, the second one. I'm like, all right,
I
second
don't
one.
understand
No.
why you were doing a secret ballot.
It was day one.
And
on
I
our
think
Discord.
I think that this is anti-democracy, and I demand a recount.
Okay, Mikey, go and count them again.
All right, hold on. Wayne, that's all I got. That's
That's how the cookie crumbles.
I mean, I could count it again. It won't take long.
Good times. Good times. Just wait.
Cortez, what are you drinking?
Ladies and gentlemen of the Benjamin Franklin podcast.
Benjamin Franklin.
It has to be short for something.
Wrong show, dude. Wrong show. Sorry. Oh, fuck. Oh.
Yeah, it's have a look at your hat. It stands for Be Informed Now. It's on your hat.
That's what that means? Okay.
Actually, I just want to let you guys know that on our YouTube stream, it does not say the Bin Podcast. It says the Bin Pocast.
The bin.
So
Because
I don't know where the Bin Podcast went, but it's not
Oh
here.
no, I goofed. No.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, is this
There you go. I got back
Mikey?
at Mikey. So
Mikey?
there you
Is this your bollock you dropped?
Oh, he's gonna bollocks you.
go. Oh.
I can't talk to you guys. I have to fix this now.
Brenna, you're next on.
I
the
didn't even get
list.
to finish.
Oh, sorry. Cortez,
Yeah,
go.
let's get
Ah.
questions.
Yes, my voice is 85% back. I'm really happy about that. I still
Yeah.
have a whole lot of pain, but you know what? I can drink some Sprite.
Woohoo.
Nice.
Sponsor us now.
Yeah, that'd be nice if Coca-Cola just waded in. Here you go, guys.
We drink Coca-Cola damn near every week.
Ooh, big
some of
endorsement there.
I don't know
Some
that
of us
they
do.
would put money behind our message every week. Uh,
Let me all include.
What are you on about? We're always, politically correct and on point.
Mm-hmm.
we never
Straight down the
deviate.
line.
Yeah,
the deviants?
shut up.
And if you want to know how on point we've always been, you should.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh,
What
look at Mikey
happened
with his exec produce powers.
I don't know what happened.
yeah.
We lost the feed for a second. I don't know what
Oh,
happened.
it must be something to do with Sweden.
I fixed it. Did it fix?
Awesome. Cool.
Brenna, what are you on?
I've got a cup of tea.
Yes.
A cuppa.
A cuppa. It's jasmine green tea, with a little bit of honey in there to brighten it up, and it's the only thing right now keeping me from screaming.
I had some jasmine green tea once, and it kind of tasted like blueberries.
What?
Or
Yeah,
like,
it has a tiny bit of a fruity floral flavor to it because of the jasmine. Also, I just want to shout out to
I had a
some of the people who brought us together, Jesse and Brittany over at I Doubt It Podcast. Their doggy is going in for surgery today, and
Popeye.
I want to give all our good thoughts heading towards Popeye because he is the mascot of their podcast. So as fellow podcasters, we want to wish our wonderful friends and their lovely puppy the best of luck on his surgery today. As fellow podcasters, fingers wish crossed for a speedy recovery. Wonderful friends.
Popeye's double hard anyway. You'll get through it.
Yeah.
He's
so
a fucking
cute.
I'm so-
bulldog for crying out loud. He's got like half an eye, 6 teeth.
Why do you think
Death
they call
ain't-
him Popeye?
Death ain't-
But
Death
it's
ain't-
so cool that they have a mascot. It's like us with Wayne.
Oh, Jesus. Is this going to be like this? Wow.
Tons of Mice, I know you're out there. Can you clip that last little portion so we can send it out to our good friends? Thank you, Tons of Mice.
All right, Wayne, what you having?
Shiraz, move on.
Oh no,
All
no!
right.
Tell us about your week. How are you doing? What's up? Don't you?
Yeah, Wayne.
I've been to work. The people that are the
Yeah, nobody cares. All
governing,
right,
the,
moving on.
people that are the governing body of my work are rubbish. That's all. Not my actual firm. The people that are above us. They've just
Oh.
been headache this week. So yeah, glad
It's
to
hard
be
being
here.
under people,
A nice
isn't
bit of escapism, and talking about rubbish people on the internet.
So speaking of that, Jartan, how are you?
Oh, great transition.
Just
very
tee it
good.
up. Splat it.
I've actually moved even further north of the wall. I'm up in the mountains, not far from the Norwegian border. Going on a sled trip with my good friend Simon, who is in the bog talking on the phone. We thought we were going to have more than one bedroom, but our entire cabin is one room with bunk beds and curtains for doors.
Oh,
So,
you can
yeah.
make a fort.
That's got to be interesting.
You
Yeah,
can make a fort.
we probably will, and it will not be a good idea this time either. But in
So you're
and I
exploring.
bought
all
and I
the
bought a new
locations.
microphone like Wayne. So because Wayne got a new microphone, I also thought that when I need a travel kit.
Yeah, but look at the
So-
size of mine.
And look,
Oh, whoa, guys, come on.
come on, guys. Doesn't matter who has the bigger microphone.
You're both
I have,
pretty.
I have 3 right now.
Birdie, it's very birdie.
Yeah, and only one of them works.
They all work. They just don't like to work together.
So,
Okay.
So I'm having, because I'm up north, I'm having Norrlands Ljus, which is the North Country light beer.
Do it again. Do it
Cheers.
again. Do it again.
That bottle looked like hand sanitizer.
It really
There we
does.
go.
There
There
Or
we go.
something else.
That is a nice
It
bottle,
tastes,
though.
it sort of tastes like hand sanitizer too, so it's all right.
Yeah, just ruin that.
then you're
sponsor.
not doing it right.
Yo,
It's-
that's
it's
who.
like
That's
That's like
who.
when I ruined LaCroix water. I mean, they never gonna sponsor us because of what I said.
LaCroix
Oh,
water.
oh no, sorry. Simon just told me that was the pee bottle from the car. So,
It's got a very small
For
aperture.
your
so I'll try opening a new one and see if that makes it better. Yeah.
You know, I wish we Pfizer or somebody, whoever, Johnson and Johnson. As much COVID as we've covered, we need a check, or free masks, or a gallon of sanitizer. We need some sort of like, you've done this many shows about COVID, you get a consolatory prize of
COVID.
well,
We all get it.
We
well,
already had that.
I was about to
over
say that
here,
was
so
Cortez just took it for himself and didn't share it with the rest of us.
took it for the team.
We
Whoop his ass.
we sacrificed Cortez to the COVID gods. And then,
you
Well
know
done, champ.
what? Somebody needs to be sacrificed, and it might as well be Cortez.
Jarjan.
Yeah.
strongest of us.
Do they have-
I'm just fucking gutted. You know that the survival rate is that high. Because I lost that bet. But hey, we're glad to have you, Cortez.
You know, I'm
Wow.
a lot stronger than I look. You know,
There we go.
Jarjan,
yeah,
how's
Burying
everything?
everyone today, aren't we?
How are you doing exploring all of Caucasia this winter?
We naturally assume that the mountains you're talking about have to be the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah. No, it's I've gotten a lot better at sledding, so I don't constantly fall of it.
Sure, you did.
He's like, I fell in the snow. Oh, you did? How bad was it? He's like, I had to climb out of 11 feet of it, but it's okay.
So up here, where we are now, is actually the part of the country who has the most snow right now. So it's actually 10.5 feet deep.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
Wow.
You thought I was
Wow.
kidding?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
No. It's 10.5 feet deep. We
I'm not
we
kidding,
are
no.
gonna have quite a long day tomorrow. We have some friends that were up here last weekend, and they had trouble getting, on level ground, actually getting their sleds to move forward because it just digs down like this.
Mm.
Because
Whoever
of deep.
said they love LaCroix, ban them.
Come on.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
So tomorrow, I am going out on a skidoo, and my friend drives a Polaris, and then we're going to see how they match up and if we can actually get somewhere, which is going to be fun.
They're gonna be out there all day, and they're like, "All right, man, that was cool. Let's head home." Yeah, man, let's head home. Walk 3 steps back to the cabin, and just close the door.
This was nice.
Yeah, a friend of Simon's who went up here a couple of weeks ago. He actually unloaded on the parking lot. 8 hours later, he was about 200 feet down the trail, and he had to turn back because it was getting dark, and he couldn't get anywhere. He was just constantly stuck.
Now, as a Black American, why the fuck are you doing this on purpose? This sounds like an awful time. I don't want to be in 10.5 fucking feet of snow. I don't want to be cold.
Inches.
I don't know why you would do this on purpose. Is this a case of white people dying creatively?
Yes.
It's like when you look at
some
those
Darwin
pictures of
Award
Mount
thing.
Everest and you see all those bodies on Mount Everest and you realize none of y'all had to do this.
Like, no one
Yeah.
forced you up here. You chose every step to go higher.
You keep seeing bodies while you're walking past them. Like, you have to realize that could be you.
Yeah, Everest is one of the most.
Okay, so let's talk about dumb white people.
Oh,
Do you hear that? You hear that?
Segue.
Hear that? Hear
I just
that?
felt a
Dude.
segue in the force.
There's a
I don't know.
punching,
Did you see
punching gear
that?
change.
She said that, and I just got a tingle throughout my whole body.
That's just a COVID side effect. Don't worry about that. We're gonna get you some cream. It's gonna go away.
I think I just got whiplash from that punching gear change.
So, but just to be before I laugh anymore, it's not me this time, right?
No, it's not.
Oh yes, it's somebody
So
else.
far.
Wait,
Give us time.
Yeah, we've got plenty of material on you.
You
Yeah.
wanna steer us into this brand?
we're gonna talk about remember back in the day when
When I was
Sarah
young.
Palin was the craziest thing
Yes.
on TV, and then she kind of pittered away, and then we got some other crazies that came up. Well, guess who's back in the news?
Dun, dun, dun.
Governor of Alaska, Sarah Palin, or as we are now,
Karen
graciously
Palin.
calling her Karen Palin. She did an interview. What is it? Good Morning Britain.
Good morning, Britain.
Good Morning Britain. Where I have to say I have no idea how this happened, but Piers Morgan was the clear-headed one between the
Right.
two of them.
Ooh.
That
Ooh.
is not a phrase that I go into lightly, but she
Did you
was
think
off
when
her nut.
2021 started, did you think that you would ever call Piers Morgan the level-headed one in any room?
I have not called that man level-headed once, and it really happened even worse after, I believe, his he talked a lot about how the Remainers were whiny and right after the vote, the Brexit vote, he's been against the Remainers and thinking that they were the ones in the wrong, and I've never thought that he was the voice of reason, and yet compared to
Here we are.
the current settings of Sarah Palin, he is normal, and that's a lot.
Do you know what I think it was? You've had that lady, what's her face, Green.
Ooh, listen to that crispy audio. Tell me, start over, Wayne. I'm so sorry. Start again.
Silky.
Go ahead and tell us in your big mic.
No, you had that crazy lady, the congresswoman, what's her face, Green. And she's come out and said she's come out with some back crap crazy thing all this week, and that's been like a siren call to the queen of the Karens. Come back. And she's like,
we missed you.
Sarah Palin's like, I'm doing the crazy. I get to do the crazy. I'm the crazy one.
You know what it is? It's like when Cardi B dropped WAP, and then fucking Nicki Minaj was like, I've been the dirty girl this whole time.
and then Foxy Brown come out from the shadows.
Foxy Brown, Lil Kim came out doing the same dance from 1995.
Don't forget Smooth.
J-Lo stood up and then her hip popped and she's like, I'm good.
J-Lo said, I got 9 rings, y'all. I ain't won no championships.
So
sorry, Brenna.
I recommend. Did we drop that into?
I'm gonna pull an article.
Yeah, go for it.
Can we drop that in and just go?
We watched the video, but YouTube and Twitch. So what we're gonna do is we have the transcript, and it is stunning.
We don't have the transcript.
Oh, I thought that's what you found. My bad.
No, I couldn't find the transcript. I found an article.
To find it. Right, give me transcript. It's always Sarah.
So let me do a slight background about what's going on. If you don't know, in the U.S. Senate right now, we are currently having the day number 3 of the impeachment trial. So this is the actual trial portion of the impeachment. The impeachment already happened. He's impeached twice.
2 peaches.
Two.
That's more than he has.
It's awesome. And then we are currently in day 3 of the trial. And so the question handed to Sarah Palin, who you'd think would be trying to distance herself from the crazy of these people, just is digging herself, just like golden shovel herself into this grave of not saying that his supporters are crazy, but these particular rioters were crazy, and that there really wasn't that many of them, so it's not a big problem.
But in part of the interview, she was asked if she accepts that Joe Biden won the election fairly, and she turned around and said in a screechy Karen voice, "Well, evidently he did because he's sworn in as president. But no one will convince me, nor anyone with common sense or of justice, that there was no shenanigans going on.
Shenanigans.
How many polling areas had to produce their voter rolls? And that showed there were more voters than there were votes in certain districts. Is that not a problem right there? What about all the dead people who voted? Which all of this has been debunked in
multiple
court.
times.
Yep.
It doesn't need to be debunked. There's no proof. So it's a conspiracy.
Aliens stole my car.
Conspiracies do not need evidence or proof.
She just epitomized the whole thing of, oh, I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
you don't have a
she
but
did.
after a sorry.
She did totally put the butt on the end, and I was just like, So it just took all the air out of me. Just, you had to say butt, didn't you? You just had to.
And she was asked about how she felt about the rioters, the ones that actually went into the Capitol, and she said that they were crazy. Well, of course, with her crazy little, eyes. That they were crazy. Like, they were crazy. And Piers Morgan is telling her do you think that they were told to do this? They're just crazy. They're just
But
crazy.
Trump
And
said,
But
Trump said, I will walk with you.
And then
not
got in
only
his car
that,
and
but
fucked
it's
off.
like, but she kept saying this thing that's going to happen when the Trump defense lawyers are going to step up and say he said go peacefully and patriotically. And Piers Morgan is saying, except for the times in which he says be strong, you have to be tough, you have to fight, during the same speech where he said once peacefully, and what was it, 10, 20 times they said strong,
but the thing is,
he'd
been supplanting that narrative ever since the election result was given. And so that was a 2-month period, a 2-week period where he was.
I just before that, he actually planted that beforehand because he damn
Yes, he
well
did.
knew he was going to lose. He damn well knew his insider, the polling and all that was not going in his direction. So he had to put those seeds in that he was going to lose, and that if he lost, it was.
Right.
I would say it's from around February where he started saying that it was going to be a corrupt election, and he just kept dropping it in there, just kind of like gaslighting them and getting them ready for it. And then every time you saw Trump like focus groups saying, like on TV, they were saying, "Oh yeah, we're just worried that it's going to be fraudulent and all that." So it was the narrative was set out from the go.
Pre-baked. So it's funny because I remember when someone was asked, I just really need you to just denounce the Proud Boys. Now, I would tell them to stand back and stand by. Now's the time to be strong. Wait till you guys see what happens.
And stand by.
Stand down and stand by. Yes. Yeah. So, there you go. They did, and then they didn't, and now you're fucked because they actually did.
I mean,
no, they were standing by, like he said. When he told them to march on the Capitol, that's what they did.
Exactly that. So he's asking them to stand down, stand by, basically effectively saying, be ready for that moment. And then when it comes to the actual January 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to January 6th, he basically give the trigger. He just said, right, that's the moment, right, everyone go. And
it was the right moment. And then and when you have somebody like Sarah Palin who is supposed to be hiding in the background, and she comes forward, she wants to be relevant, so the only thing that she can do is say, oh yeah, I'm not going to deny it, she wants the money, She wants the endorsement from Trump. She wants to stay relevant, and the only way to do that is to be the craziest one in the room.
Well, she must be seeing the coverage that Congresswoman Green is getting and going, oh, hang on a minute. No, I can out crazy this. I'm the OG crazy bird.
Well, once people started comparing, like, oh, remember, like we thought Sarah Palin was crazy. Look at this woman. She came out of the woodwork going, no, I'm going to out crazy her.
Do you think she was laying there in like her Tupperware dish like this? And then,
oh yeah. Oh yeah,
come straight out, box fresh.
It's like my ears are burning kind of thing. Where she's like, my name was called. I now have to arise and be crazier.
She's done with a reality TV show with her and her 500 children.
Yeah. And then, as Mikey pointed out, because we watched the interview prior to the show. Sorry, a little bit of sausage making here, but we watched the interview before the show, and as Mikey pointed out, she was in violation of the U.S. flag code,
which pisses
in the
me,
video,
which pisses me off a lot. Not that I served in the military, unlike these two knobheads. That's something I learned in ROTC, like in high school. That's like day one as a freshman is they teach you flag code and how to fold a flag and all this. So when all this bullshit about Kaepernick came up, and I'm like, well, you can't do that either. You can't do that. You definitely can't drape it over your body like a cape. You definitely can't have underwear made out of it. You certainly shouldn't have shoes made out of it or socks. But hey, it's fine because ignorance is part of the law. I don't know what it's dumb. Like, they don't even know what they're mad about, and they're just misreporting and miscomplaining about somebody else.
And it's also the blatant weirdness of seeing a police officer getting beaten over the helmet with I stand with the blue or Blue Lives Matter flag.
Yeah. Like,
is this, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. It's
that's technical issue,
and that's something that I think should be kind of brought up. They brought it up today that, like, you're in front of the Senate, especially because it happened there, that the police were being attacked, and they were told that they're not patriots because they're not letting these insurrectionists into the Capitol. Like, that's not patriotism. No, patriotism is defending the Capitol. It's defending our baby democracy.
And it's always weird to me because in the interview, if you guys check it out, she repeatedly kept saying that that wasn't everybody, and that was a group of crazies. And I got all fucking fired up yesterday on Dig on America because I hate it. I absolutely hate it when people want to argue with someone who will make the argument that all cops are bad. Because if there is a bad cop, like douchebag McGillicuddy, who fucking had his knee on George Floyd's neck, and then there was two other fucking people standing right next to him, and they didn't just fucking shove him up and like, all right, he's had enough. That's it. No, they just fucking stood there. So no, Karen Palin, you don't get to say that, not everybody there was bad. If you saw homeboy beating the shit out of a fucking officer with the American flag and you didn't fucking rip the flag out of his hand and didn't, hey, knock it off. That's not what we're here for. If you don't do that, you're part of that. It's not even a guilty by association. You are that. You're that now.
Not doing something.
Yeah.
It's the not doing something is just as bad as doing something.
Again, this goes back to that sort of controversial Gillette advert about toxic masculinity. When the guy he sees a girl walk past and he's like, oh yeah. And then the other fella steps in and says, oh, what are you doing, mate? Calm yourself. Show, that kind of thing.
A monicum of respect.
If you see someone about to do something shitty and you don't step in, it's like your lack of activity is basically compliance to that activity. Mm-hmm. You're kind of allowing it to go ahead. What's it? Is it silence is compliance? Is the thing? Yeah, and it's exactly that.
I totally agree. I just want us to remember this when the tables are turned and there's somebody on our side doing the same thing, and
All the time.
us being
Mm-hmm.
but we
Uh,
have to be fair.
I'll give
We have to be fair,
I'll give
and
you
we're not
case in
always.
point. Case in point, Jimmy Dore having that Boogaloo
On
lad on.
and then just screeching at fucking AOC,
Yeah,
calling her every name in the
It's-
fucking book.
Yeah,
and then sitting there under the banner of progressive. No, mate, that's
no,
it's just
no,
because
that's not the way it works.
no, and at least do some research on the guests that you're having on.
Yeah.
Don't just reach out to him because you see him do this interview. Oh, that sounds good. You know, he wants to reach across the aisle.
But I have to say, Wayne, I'm seriously curious. So, after all of this, do you still have Trump apologists in
Yep.
that island that you live on?
Yep.
Iceland? No, Great Britain. Sorry.
Yep. Former conquerors of the world. Yep.
Former conquerors.
Former.
We're just in retirement days now.
Look at Wayne. Wayne still waving that Union Jack around as if it means something. Come on, guys. The sun will never set.
Just standing on.
I have my law.
Standing on the bow of the ship, just waving the flag as it goes down.
It's just a little dinghy out in the fucking English Channel, and just like, see.
It's not even
still
a
got
dinghy.
it.
When I was a young boy, I used to own this property.
It's not even a dinghy. It's a rubber ring with a puncher.
He's just got pink flamingo pool floaties on his arm, on his biceps, just waiting out in the channel.
Goodbye, cruel world.
The only shipworms left in the UK are in Scotland, and they're going back to Europe.
Do you know what?
Oh,
The thing
that's
is,
a sore sound.
what's going on at the minute over here is the bivalve mollusk industry is getting stuffed massively by this deal that they've signed with the EU, because they can't land anywhere near the amount of stuff that they would normally sell to Europe. They can't, because of these new regulations that have come in, and all these like mussel farmers that would normally sell to the EU, they can't. They're nowhere near the degree that they could. The Scots fishermen, same thing. They had a massive protest a couple of weeks ago where they drove all their trucks down to London, and we're just having a little drive about because they threatened to dump their loads.
But look,
My mind. No, I'm not gonna.
No.
And they threatened to just dump it all outside Downing Street. But in the end, they kind of just thought they would just drive around.
That's a very British thing though, because didn't like some farmers just dump like
manure?
They dump like fucking a dump truck full of manure in front of fucking Tony Blair's office.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's like
if we can't sell it, you can have it.
yeah.
It just depends on the industry. So like heaven forbid, like the sex toy workers or like a factory, just like there's some new regulation. I'm like, oh, gonna put regulations on us? Load up number 9. We're going straight to 10 Downing Street. No, I'm sick of his ass. Tony Blair, I got something for you, Tony Blair.
They'll be dumping a whole load of Jartan's mics outside.
Just a little plug.
Speaking of plugs, I felt the disturbance.
There it goes. There it goes.
There it goes.
There it
Brenna, it's your time to shine.
Me?
You.
Is it my turn?
Your time. Please
All
shine.
right. Can we just? No, this is good. Let's just go like this.
Okay.
Anyway, let's continue doing this. So this is how you help. You can you can share, you can do all those cheap ass stuff, or
slap that like button. Punch
notifications.
Punch subscribe in the throat.
Thanks, guys. Go to patreon.com/TheBinPodcast.
Flying elbow on retweet.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. We'll be, oh my god, help. God. Okay. I'm trying to do my job here. I have one job.
You have many jobs. How dare you? If you thought
I-
this was your one.
Pilot podcaster.
The podcast piler. If Wayne ever becomes a wrestler, his signature move has to be the podcast piler. He sticks both fingers in his opponent's ears and then he slaps the elbows and they go, oh, and fall over.
I'm sorry, Brenna, for this juvenile interruption. Please continue.
It's so funny in my brain.
You didn't help, Wade.
I'm sorry. And I
You
apologize,
cannot
Brenna. I
apologize.
apologized.
You
I
cannot-
apologized.
You cannot tell people to go home in peace after they rioted the Capitol building. Okay, sorry.
No, Wayne's secret
Sorry.
move would be the
Oh,
echo
no,
chamber. The echo chamber. That's better.
That was the former president of the United States. Sorry.
Whoops.
Yeah, so I get confused sometimes. Okay, let's get through this so we can continue on with the other topics that we have.
Yes.
So where was I? Okay, patreon.com/TheBinPodcast.
Yeah.
So we got that. Our patrons.
got?
If you are in one of our chats, please say hello to us, our wonderful patrons like Utah Outcasts.
Gonna give it to you.
Voice
Our
from
newest Patreon. Yes.
voice from the underground.
He's at
very,
work.
very nice. Oh, that's okay.
What up, Dutch?
Work well.
Leclerc Vert,
Hi, Leclerc.
Leclerc.
Ragabash Stabler,
Big Rags.
Raggy.
Elena,
Hi, Elena.
Elena.
Divine Disbelief,
Nathaniel.
Uh-oh. I bet new
Susan,
best friend.
Susu.
Susie.
Jenna. I know Jenna's in the chat somewhere.
Who was
She was
that?
eating.
Hey.
She
What
has
you eating,
lunch.
Jenna?
Yeah. So. We have Chicken Anonymous, who
Legend.
Who could it be?
is anonymous. Barbara.
What up, Barbara? Girl.
We have tons of
Barbie.
mice.
The patron saint.
Tons.
The
Yes,
patron saint of all comics.
Yes. We have Ricky.
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 Kirby.
We have Mikey's mama.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, hey,
Uh,
mommy.
Hey.
And
call me.
then
Hey.
we have some more longtime patrons: David,
David.
Katarina,
Katarina.
Stuart,
I have a letter.
Up, Stu.
Stuart.
Austin.
Fucking Austin Fowdy over there.
We have First Lady of the Bin Podcast, Kristen.
She just dropped off a present right now. I have a letter.
Oh.
I have a letter from Jesse and Brittany that was in the mail.
Oh, sweet.
What's in the box?
And then longtime patron Richard. So
Richard. King Richard.
please continue smashing those likes.
Smash
And
it.
drop some comments and become patrons.
Ooh.
Yes, and we also have a new tier on our Patreon.
Really?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
News to me.
News to me.
Didn't know
Hey,
that,
check this out.
but-
New
I
stickers.
got news to this.
Ooh,
I'll probably
I
give
like
you
that.
mine today.
Cool.
Yeah, so we have a new tier, but it's very exclusive. It's for one person only. It's for $100,000 a month. And it's for George Soros. So, Georgie
Oh,
boy,
yeah,
if
For
you
the
want to
stars.
support the bin,
we talked about that.
so George Soros, if you want to support the bin podcast, we have no qualms about taking your money. It'll
Yeah.
only cost you $100,000 a month.
And we're all right with that world domination stuff. We're good.
Yeah. We're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me in the slightest.
No.
If
No.
someone wants, like, this is the thing. If somebody wants to give our show $100,000 a month to say something, dumbass, we only have to fucking lead you on for 2 months, and we've We're good.
Yeah,
Like, we're not saying anything you told us to say. Like, fuck out of here. Thanks for the cash,
No,
dumbass.
my theory is when I created that $100 tier, I never thought that we would actually get $100 a month Patreon. So I thought, like, what if I do $100,000 tier, and a year from now, maybe somebody signs up.
What we're hoping for is
what's the worst? What's the worst that can happen?
What we're hoping for is some drunken millionaire stumbles across us and goes, "Yeah, why not?" And then the next morning they wake up with a hangover and a big fucking bill.
We're looking at you, Elon Musk.
Oh,
Elon Musk is not even allowed to tweet.
Bitcoin, baby.
Billy,
No, Elon Musk is not
Gates.
even allowed to tweet without actually the board of Tesla giving him permission to. So,
I
don't
I've
think.
got an idea. As we got screwed by Facebook,
Yes.
how about Mr. Zuckerberg? A little bit of compensation.
Yeah. Yeah, Zucks. Why don't you fucking make
Give me
good
my
by
money
us?
back, bitch.
Yeah, come on. And we can all drink water like this.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe if we were Russian and we were promoting like the fall of a democracy in Western society, maybe then we could fucking get some fucking.
We have
maybe-
plenty
Hey, dude,
of options
no,
for that.
come on, dude. We talk about Brexit all the time.
I'm just gonna pull this cord over here and watch my Russian flag drop behind me. Got my Putin tattoo.
Utah. We have a comment from Utah Outcast. What up, Ax? He says, "New tier. Who did you kill?" Like the teardrop tattoo. No, we try to. No, we lost somebody, so now we got to fill it. We got to fill in that tier.
Exactly.
Y'all's from the hood. Y'all know. Out there.
My buddy Simon just came out of the toilet where he's been talking on the phone for the last 40 minutes.
I hope he's fully clothed.
Ooh, look at this.
No comment.
What's going on?
My girl just got a box full of like goodies and surprises, and I got like a beach towel, and she got a beach towel, and she pulled out these shades. I was like, "Ooh, can I see those?" These are fucking. These are.
Everybody's happy.
Oh.
You're like Mikey Wonder. Just need a keyboard in front of you.
All right, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right, mate.
I don't know what color those are tinted, but it is an amazing color. I felt like my third eye was opening every second that I
Guys,
kept
do
those
you
on.
know we're still live? Like,
Yeah, innit? Can we get back on point?
Roxanne's gone. Mikey's playing with toys. Like, what's going on?
It's all right, Brenna. We'll
Context.
get this thing back on track.
Well, that's. I'm sorry if I said something wrong or I acted inappropriately, because that's the next topic. Actually, I felt a segue in the force.
Ooh, you feel it?
I felt it.
This is just cheese on toast tonight. This is
That's what I'm calling my new show, Cheese on Toast.
Yes.
Wrong people is what I put in the roadmap for today's show.
Uh-huh.
So, how do you guys deal with people who are obligatorily and obstinately inaccurate in their online postings? Because I have my. Oh, go ahead.
I speak to him for 2 hours on a Thursday night, about 8 o'clock.
Shut up.
And
Oh,
thanks
come on.
for watching the Podcast. This has been fun.
Brenna, you can't just use everything as an excuse to get out of it. You're a hostage. You're
I've been
staying here.
trying to for a year now.
You can't escape.
And now you've got the ultimate Stockholm syndrome.
I can't quit you, Podcast. I can't quit you.
Oh, she needs an intervention. Yeah, sorry, Mike. Elaborate, my friend, because I know what you're getting at, but let's
because
flesh it out.
it's so frustrating to hold people in your circle, and you're like, okay, my friends are generally good people. They're well informed. They think before they act. They're adults. But when you consistently have people in your social media life, maybe even your personal life, that are just constantly spouting bullshit and shit that is clearly not true. Because you know them as friends, right? You know them very well. So it's like, do I just drop a tactical nuke on their entire social media account and tell everybody their business? Oh, that's too far. That's too far. Okay, let me just go after the issues. Let me just show them where they're wrong. Let me show them what they're missing out on this conversation. And then they ignore that. So I'm sitting here with my fucking finger on the nuke button, like, I really but no one will stop me from pushing this. Not even God himself could stop me from dropping this tactical nuke on this fucking person's social media account. Because this shit's dangerous. Like riling people up with lies is dangerous. We just saw it in January. We just saw that misinformation is dangerous. When Facebook got created and Twitter and all that shit, no one knew it would be sometimes the only way that people would get their information. No one, it was supposed to be like for fucking cat videos, memes, like YouTube, like cat videos, memes.
The original version of it was to rate girls at college.
Yeah, for Facebook, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally supposed to be just a social thing, and because it's developed into something so much more, our responsibilities have grown. And when people
100%.
don't take those responsibilities seriously at all, or they're influenced by somebody else's lack of their responsibilities, I struggle not to just completely behead them publicly. Like it just bothers me that they're doing this because it is so easy to spread bullshit now. It's so easy.
Yeah, but the thing is, because a lot of the propaganda that does get sent, it's targeted in an emotional way. So straight away, it's something to attack. Someone's attacking your identity. You have to push back, but because you get so emotionally invested in that particular bit of propaganda, when someone comes along and puts their arm around your shoulder and says, "This is all bollocks," they will then attack you because it's ingrained within them. So even though you could have all the facts in the world, to quote our friend Ben Shapiro, facts don't care about your feelings. And unfortunately, it works both ways.
Do not say friends.
That is not my butt. That's your friend.
No, it was
that's
just
your friend.
Don't be facetious about it. That is serious accusation right there.
He is someone that is one of the biggest pushers of this sort of propaganda.
Yeah.
And again, like a mate of mine who sort of claims to be an intellectual. I remember I was talking to him about some stuff. I hadn't seen him for a little while. We were talking about some stuff online, and he said, "Oh, you got to watch this guy. He's great." And I went, "Oh, who is he?" "Oh, his name's Jordan Peterson." And I just went, "Oh, mate." And then I had to go in.
Hi, and my name is Jordan Peterson.
Well, what are you gonna do is make sure you tidy your bedroom. And
yeah, but also, you know, when people, you're like, I like listening to podcasts, especially Sam Harris and Jordan Peterson. I go like, yeah, all right, bye, bye.
Yeah, but the thing,
I have nothing. I have nothing to say to you.
No, but this is the thing. It's when it's close friends that have fallen for it, because it's a grift. We all know it's a grift, and we all know that, you know, we can be susceptible to that grift. So we have to catch each other as well. So if we start listening to someone and we go, "Oh, this person's all right," and you go, "Oh, actually, no, that person's a dick," we need to be able to do that for each other as well. But yeah, this particular friend, he's saying,
"Yeah, I stopped listening to you now because you said that."
Shut up. Go on, Wayne. I apologize for the Norwegian.
Yeah. So you have to.
I'm sorry. I apologize for Ragnar Lothbrok. He hates that more.
Okay.
There we go. That's how I interrupt properly. My bad. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. So this particular friend, I was saying, okay, well, give me.
Fuck you, dude.
Give me it point by point. So he was giving me the things that Jordan Peterson was saying, and I was just like debunking them there and then. So, "Oh, here you go," and then sending him links to back me up. And in the end, I think he was only sort of like in the shallow end. And he's come out and he went, actually, yeah, do you know what? I've looked at that and it is bullshit. I don't understand why I even fell for it. And I'm like, because it's dressed up like a sales pitch. That's all it is. It's a sales pitch. And if you fall for it, then you find people that are like-minded and you go, yeah, do you see that? Do you see that? And like, yeah. And you're all just having a big circle jerk. And yeah, that's how I deal with it anyway.
How about you?
But some
Brendan?
people are just not receptive.
So the ultimate, how do you deal with wrong people? The first thing I do is I don't give them a leg to stand on. I don't allow, I try not to put my name on it so that more people it can go at. Like, I'm not somebody who likes to just frankly comment on people who are wrong just because, trying to believe that they're going to change their minds just because I say it. Like, it has to be like Wayne said, it has to be somebody has to come to that conclusion, and all I can do is give them information, but also understanding why they thought that way in the first place. Like, why? Because there is problems. People have problems that they're facing, and the only way that they can feel like there's other people that are feeling that way with them is if they put it out there.
Yeah.
And they go, all right, I need you to, basically saying, I need your validation. And for somebody like, I don't want to validate that. That's not my job. My job is not to validate your issues or what's bothering you. I'm going to counter that with my own information. Like, if somebody posts a meme about a negative meme that I feel is wrong, I'll post a different meme, or I'll try to talk to other people about that. And I don't want to give that credence, the bad stuff credence. Sorry. Yes, Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on something that I've thought about as well when you said about people sort of looking out for other people that feel the same way. Because when you get into these sort of like conspiracy theory circles, it's kind of like, oh yeah, we know something that they don't. We're the sort of enlightened ones. We know what's going on in the world. And then when you see someone who talks about the same sort of thing, whether it be Alex Jones, David Icke, or something like that, and they're like, oh, they know. Oh, you're one of my lot, And there's this kind of weird kinship, but it's based on bollocks, which is the hardest thing, because they've developed this community around falsehoods.
It goes around and it spirals, and it spirals into the conspiracy theories. Like, it goes from, I'm upset, I need to find other people who are just as upset as me. So I'm going to put this out there, find the people that are on my same page, and then it continues.
Yeah.
And then you get into the QAnon stuff. Like, the QAnon stuff starts off one way, and then it turns into a completely different type of conspiracy theory. Like, it's not just people who are upset. It turns into people who believe things that are not there, and then you get then they become empowered.
But there tends to be a weaving together of certain things as well. Like, if you find someone who supports Brexit over here, they're more than likely to support Trump, and they're more likely to support other certain things. And
sorry.
Go on. No,
but there's a reason.
That stuff's actually targeted. Let me just say, that stuff's actually targeted. They'll find people who are like fervent Brexit people, and they'll go after those groups. And these are the things that are very, very dangerous. And this is why things like Parler is so dangerous, because they're going to be targeted more and more with more and more conspiracies. Like, it's not just, Parler is not just, oh, Trump actually won the election. It's Trump won the election because the Democrats have Jew space lasers that are like, there's you take something, you understand that people are going to believe anything, and you put more bullshit into their bodies, basically. And it's it's going to spiral out of control unless somebody is able to pull themselves out of it and say, "Oh, this can't be." Like they wake up and say, "I was wrong.
Yeah, of course.
This is why I was wrong."
Yeah,
Sorry,
but here's the thing. First of all, everybody, Simon, the guy over there, he's in the chat. Everybody say hi, Simon.
Hey,
Hi, Simon.
Simon. What's
Hi,
up, dude?
Simon.
Welcome.
And first of all, there's a word for this within psychology. It's called circular reasoning, right? So you always circle back to the same argument that you started with, because you start off with thinking that you know the answer to the question, and then everything that you find along the way just confirms that bias of you thinking that you know what's going to happen in the end, right?
And it compounds it.
Yeah, and that's why these trends, when you have these people, flat earthers, which is the perfect example, most flat earthers also believe most other conspiracy theories, right?
Never landed on the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
JFK was an inside job. It's always except for this.
Yeah. So, and that's because they use this thing called circular reasoning, right? They start off thinking, I know the answer, and everything that I find and every proof that I can find just confirms that bias, and everything I ignore that falls into the hole of your circle, right?
That's
That's
part
just
of
a
the
black
conspiracy.
hole.
Yep.
Yeah, that's part of the conspiracy that just falls through. And I've sort of lost patience with this because we're at 2021 now. We discovered America 700 years ago. The Vikings went there almost 1,000 years ago. We know the Earth is not flat and surrounded by a big ice wall.
Did you see what he did
Yeah,
there?
Wayne
He
just
just wanted
totally
to make
popped
sure
up.
that he just make sure that the Vikings were here. Just
Eric
not.
the Red.
No, you found Scotland. All right, lad. You found Scotland. You can't even get that right.
Sorry.
You came to Scotland, you burnt your boats, and went, "Oh, fuck it, lads, we're in there."
No. The Scots were the only ones that fucking tossed us the fuck out, dude. Like, we could never get even ashore because the fucking Celts were going, "Arr!" We're like, no,
Yeah,
we turned the
we're
fuck
not
around.
touching
I
those.
think there's a land called Hawaii that we haven't discovered. Let's just go try to find that motherfucker.
Let's go around this motherfucker and keep going.
Right, let's just keep going.
Stay off the shore, stay off the shore.
This is not a good place.
Look at all them sexy men with beards and skirts.
Trap.
It's a trap. So here's the deal. So when you use circular reasoning, everything that you think that you know confirms that bias that you already have. And to get through that barrier, to tighten that fucking hole in this middle of the circle so it just doesn't become a black hole of information. It takes what?
That's
You're
what the
such a
microphone's
fucking
for.
child. You're such a child.
Giggity. You guys knew exactly what it was, but I got there first. Giggity.
I'm sorry, everybody. We're trying to have a serious conversation about conspiracy theories, and you guys are listening.
Welcome to the Bin Podcast.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It's the BBC with sex jokes.
Yeah.
BBC.
No, we're like the BBC. No, the other one. I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
Wow.
All right.
The other one.
But how a very intelligent friend of mine once said, "How do you combat illogical conclusions with logic?" It's yes, I'm talking about you, Wayne.
Have we been raided?
It's almost impossible.
Oh, it happened.
I think we've been raided.
Did it happen?
Let me bring you up
Yes.
the screen, Wayne, so they can start their jokes. They do
Oh
enjoy
no!
them.
Don't do this.
Yes, every time. Go ahead, finish your point, Chartan, and then we'll have Wayne talk for a moment so they can really enjoy this.
I'm going into Twitch now.
You cannot combat non-reason with reason. Unfortunately.
And you can't talk people out of a logical assumptions with logic. They
Yeah.
did not
You-
come
you-
to their
they-
they did
they-
not
they
come
can't-
to their conclusion using logic. So you using logic to get them out of it is not going to work.
And I think
Nope.
I've talked about this where you have to pinpoint the emotion that's involved in what they believe and why they believe it and how and that's a skill. Not a lot of people can understand the empathy because they don't. I mean, if you look at somebody and say, well, you're posting these wrong things that are there's no merit to them, you can't just go up to them and say that. You have to know the reason why. And we're not willing to share all that information with each other. We just want the anger, we want the fear, because that's the only emotion that gets anything done. And it's the hardest thing to do, and that's why it takes a long time for people to get out of those kind of crazy cult-like ideas. And we're seeing it in real time, what cult mentality is doing.
But most of it tends to sort of like go back to personal identity, and if it's something that you believe is part of you that makes you who you are, even it may be the most illogical, it may be the most unscientific thing, race, religion, nation, football team, any of these things that make up you at the core of who you are, and someone comes along and says there's something wrong with that, you then immediately feel aggrieved, and you don't want to challenge it with any sort of logic. You just want to attack that question, because someone might say, for instance, the EU is an amazing thing and Britain is silly to leave it. Oh, but we're Britain, and straight away you triggered someone. Boom.
Yeah.
So talking about sports, Paul, do you think that Arsenal's going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
Shut up, you prick! You see what I did? You see what I did?
Exactly.
You see what I did? But that was hang on, and scene.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stanley Cups, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They won the Super Bowl, and I don't know if you guys have seen Drunken Tom Brady on the internet, but they had like a floating parade in Tampa Bay where there was everyone was on like little boats and everyone stood on the sidelines, I guess. My man threw the Lombardi trophy from one boat to another boat.
The Lombardi trophy, is that the actual Super Bowl trophy?
The Super Bowl trophy.
That's the physical.
The fucking
trophy.
3.5-foot trophy. He yeeted that bitch to Gronkowski in a separate boat like 20-25 feet away. Over the fucking Gulf of Mexico.
Gronkowski was in the WWE like last year. How did that happen?
He's back. Well,
He
got
came
the
back.
call. He got the call.
He came back. He came back because of his love.
His love for the game, and he only threw.
No, love for Brady.
Love him some Brady.
He loves Brady.
So, but why do baseball need such a big trophy?
Oh, Jesus.
There he is. Look at him.
Yeah. Look at him. Jartan, the athlete.
Yeah.
No.
He is mine.
Actually, so the Stanley Cup there's two Stanley Cups, right? So there's the traveling Stanley Cup, and then there's the museum Stanley Cup. So they have to have two Stanley
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 1 million FA Cups.
Yeah.
So does the Paul Stanley Cup have like a kiss face on it?
See.
Okay.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is why we
This is
can't
where
have
it's
nice.
done. We're done.
Why can't you just be normal, Shark Dad?
Why
You're
do we
telling
have
we're
to talk
wrong,
about?
and we're going to
Why do we have to talk
everything.
about sports ball?
We
talk
don't.
about-
You brought it up.
We talked about
brought it up.
snowmobiles for like fucking 20 minutes. I think sports are a little bit bigger and more popular than fucking snowmobiles, but we had a good laugh. Let other people pass the ball, as they say, Shartan.
Oh.
Pass the ball.
Yeah, we was talking about your little tank skis for a fucking half hour.
What?
His fucking ski-doo that is out there in 17 meters of snow, fucking in a cabin with no fucking proper bedroom. Just because you're bugging up with your best mate Doesn't mean we can't talk about the Super Bowl.
But to be fair, he's got better internet than he's got at home.
Why don't you just consider moving to the cabin and building, like, I don't know, an igloo or something? What is it? Does Norway have an equivalent of the igloo? Or you just build a house?
Nah, just a hut.
Yeah, or we could build an actual igloo. So yeah.
Out of the fucking lake ice.
No, you don't build an igloo out of ice. That would be incredibly dangerous.
I think it'd work better.
Yeah, no.
Just pee on all.
Wait. Save your science questions.
Why
We've got that covered.
Why should they save him? Let's do a little teaser and then let's get the F out of here. Get this episode.
Well, we might have a fully qualified actual scientist waiting in the wings.
Sounds
yes.
Excellent.
Find out
and
who.
He's also going to teach the most intelligent of us science.
Brenna?
No, I'm good. I can't be there. Sorry.
Brenna won't be there for that show.
No,
the most beautiful.
Again, Brenna's got to work.
I told you. I have work.
He's gonna teach me.
Exactly.
Damn it.
He's gonna teach me, Ragnar Lothbrok, how to.
Gonna teach the last one of us. It's gonna teach the last one of us to have opposable thumbs. How to operate tools.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And on that bombshell, thank you everybody for hanging out with the Bin Podcast. So for Wayne, Brenna, Jartan, and myself,
don't lump me in with these people. I'm done.
For all of us, and Cortez, for all of us, thank you for supporting independent media. Thank you guys for showing us that you love us and showing up in the chat. We love you guys.
Jartan, stop doing that.
Yeah, it just makes us feel uncomfortable. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, you know what I just realized? I forgot to change the outro music. Oh. We can banter. Okay, I already fucked it up.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
I didn't see for this.
Someone was just on the fence about subscribing, and then they were.